Welcome, students, to this week's Spelling Netcast. We are doing Sort 5, suffixes Y, ly, and ily. All right, let's make sure you're prepared with everything that you need. You should have your handy-dandy glue stick, your sharpened pencil, scissors, spelling bag for your spelling words, your journal, and of course your words. Now remember, if you forgot your words, you can pause the video and copy this sheet. Here are the words. Hopefully you didn't forget. All right, let's go ahead and cut out these words. Remember this strategy we always use to cut them into thirds so that we don't have to cut them out one at a time. Also, remember to save your title because you need to glue that title into your spelling journal. All right, I am going to pause the video and cut my words out. You should do the same. Okay, I have my words cut out. I need to cut out my title. Make sure I get that put on the top of my page. Don't throw that away. All right, let's get our notebook out. Turn to the first clean page, as usual. All right, first thing we need to do is put our name, the date. Okay, this is Unit 5, Week 5. And then you also need to have a parent's signature somewhere. All right, let's put down our exemplars. I usually don't cut these apart, but I did this week. So, oh, I almost forgot something. To glue in our title, grab your handy-dandy glue stick, apply the glue. Wow. All right, there we go. Apply the glue. Put that up there so we know what we're working on. Now, let's write in our exemplars. Okay, we have ly and y. I'm going to scoot that over. Y, ly, and ily. So we have y, ly, and ily. Now, remember, the reason we have a hyphen or a dash in front of the letters is because this is a suffix. And remember, the suffix comes at the end of a base word. So don't forget that. All right, we already know how about suffixes. Hopefully, you've had previous lessons in this. If not, then you're just learning about suffixes for the first time. Okay. Now, when we put a suffix on a base word, it changes that base word. Okay. So let's try out, here we go. Let's try out scratchy. Scratchy. Okay, let's underline the base word first. Scratch. Okay, so Y is your suffix. It's going to go here. So scratch is something you do, which is a verb. But when you add Y onto a base word, it changes the word. And it makes it an adjective. It is now a descriptive word. Okay, so I heard a scratchy sound. Now that's an adjective. Heard is now the verb. Scratchy is the adjective because it describes how you heard something or what you heard. You heard a scratchy sound. All right. Now remember, when we write down our words, we need to say the word, spell the word, and then write it down. So we have scratchy. S-C-R-A-T-C-H-Y. Scratchy. S-C-R-A-T-C-H-Y. And I'm going to underline the base word. Scratch. All right. Let's try another one. Velvety. Velvety. V-E-L-V-E-T-Y. Base word, velvet. Adding on the Y. Velvet, V-E-L-V-E-T-Y. All right, let's spell that. Write that down. V-E-L-V-E-T-Y. Underline that base word. Now, you know if I go too fast at any time, you can pause the video. All right, let's talk about L-Y. So let's start with silently, silently, S-I-L-E-N-T-L-Y. Underline the base word, silent. Okay, base word, you're adding the L-Y. Now, when you add an L-Y to the word, you change the word to an adverb. Okay? So, silently. The boy read silently. The boy read. Read is the verb. How did he read? Silently. You're describing the verb. Okay, silently. S-I-L-E-N-T. There's silently. Let's underline the base word. Silently. All right, let's go for another word. How about rapidly? Rapidly. R-A-P-I-D-L-Y. Underline the base word, rapid. R-A-P-I-D, base word, L-Y, rapid. The boy ran rapidly. The boy ate rapidly. Okay, so it's describing how he ate, describing the verb. Okay, let's try an I-L-Y word, like merrily. But here's the thing. The word merry, M-E-R-R-Y, is the base word, merry. Merrily is the I-L-Y, ly is the suffix. So merry ends up being your base word, I-L-Y is your suffix. So M-E-R-R, merrily. Okay, so merry is the base word. We had to change the Y to an I, adding L-Y. That's why it's I-L-Y, because you end up changing that Y right here, that Y to an I-L-Y. See, here's your L-Y, but we have to do I-L-Y. That's why it fits under there. All right, let me see if I can find another. Oh, here's greedily. Okay, greed is your base word, G-R-E-E-D-I-L-Y. I-L-Y is your your suffix, sorry. But you don't have to change anything because there's not a Y. So let's spell that. G-R-E-E-D-I-L-Y. And greed is your base word, and you're adding I-L-Y. See if there's any other words that have a Y in it that we have to change to I. Let me look through. Here's a different one. Okay, but this one is hastily. Haste is spelled H-A-S-T-E. Haste. Do you see what we have to change in there? We're going to drop that E off there and make it I-L-Y. So haste, H-A-S-T, hastily. We have to drop that E and add the I-L-Y. Okay? All right, let's see if there's any other words that may be a little confusing. Eagerly. Oh, here's another one. Let's do this one also. Here is readily. Readily. Well, the base word is actually ready. So you have to change that Y. With the E, we just had to drop it. But with the Y, we usually say change the I and add L-Y. Change the Y to an I and add L-Y. It's the same thing as dropping the Y and adding I-L-Y. Okay, so readily. R-E-A-D. Drop the Y, or change the Y to an I and add L-Y. So it's readily. I-L-Y is the suffix. This looks like readily, doesn't it? but it depends on how you use it in a sentence, whether it's read or read, but the word is actually ready on this case because that I replaces that Y, so it's readily. So don't get confused by that. Sometimes it can be confusing when we do that. Here's the start to your sort. Make sure you finish the rest in each column. Remember to read the word out loud, spell the word, and then write it under the correct exemplar. Make sure you're using good handwriting so that we can read it. All right, if you have any questions when you get to school, please ask me. Otherwise, good luck, get it done, and see you at school.